Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of the day you're watching this video. Trials Talk is in Barcelona and beautiful Barcelona it is too, for round one of the 2024 X Trial World Championship. So I'm here, it's about 11:30 in the morning at the moment. I am hopefully going to sign on in the stadium just behind me there and get some media accreditation for this one. So hopefully we'll be able to do some interviews and give you some content from sort of lead up to the trial and what all is involved in that. So right, press accreditation seems to have worked, so we're in the arena here. As you can see, sections in the background there, riders walking the sections. Yeah, they're pretty big when you're down on the arena floor standing beside them, I can tell you that. So I'm going to try and get some interviews with the riders over the course of the remainder of the day while they're walking the sections, and maybe after that. I don't want to disturb them really while they're sort of concentrating on their lines and stuff. So yeah, we'll try and get a few interviews, and hopefully we'll be able to get to speak to some of the riders. Absolute trial legend Toni, 17 times outdoor, 17 times indoor. You're hungry already? It's good.
Yeah, I'm super happy about my career because last season was like a dream. So I'm here for try a little bit more in the last part of my career. At the moment I enjoy a lot in the pre-season with many races. I feel good. I'm here to try to do one more time.
Good. After being at the top for so long, how do you maintain that drive and that competitive spirit? How do you do that? It's unbelievable.
Yeah, every season is more difficult for me because I start for the pushing a lot for the same results because the better is impossible. So my mentality is fighting every race and working step by step, and this is the more important part of the last part of my last season.
And going into this season, then, who do you think is going to be your closest rival, indoor and outdoor?
I think Jaime Busto is the second in the indoor and outdoor races. He's a young rider, it's a big talent with an incredible level, always riding with it's riding amazing. So I think him and the others young riders like my teammate, it's arrived to very strong in the last part of the indoor season. Last two races I fighting to the end for the last two races. So I think the young riders is arrived to very strong.
And you've mentioned that you're sort of coming to the end of your career. How much longer do you think you're going to be able to maintain that level?
At the moment, I don't know. So I have the last contract in three months ago with 4 years more to 27. But I don't know. I try to do my best in this season. So at the moment, just I enjoy it every season.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good one.
Thank you.
Jaime Busto, runner-up in X Trial Championship in 2023. Jaime, you were very, very close for the first part of the season last year with Toni, and then kind of dropped off towards the end. How have you changed your approach this year, or?
Yeah, I changed little things in the bike for be on the top this year. I'm very, very motivated to win the title this year, and I train very, very hard.
Yeah. I noticed that recently you've changed the exhaust on the bike. Is that part of what you've done to try and help increase that level?
Yeah. We changed a little things like the exhaust, the forks, and small things for this. For here on the top.
Okay, thank you. Gabriel, Marcelli, third place in X Trial Championship 23. Obviously, Gabi, for 2024, you want to go one or maybe even two places better?
Yeah, well, that's the plan. I've been training for that. Last season was super good. The feeling on the bike was really, really good. I had quite a big injury on the right knee, so it was really was a problem last season with that. But finally, I could rest almost 1 month for this next season. For now, I'm feeling much better. So I think for this season, I can move even a little bit more forward.
Yeah, raise it up a little bit. And you're feeling with the bike. Obviously, this is your third season on the.
Yeah.
Have you changed? Do you change anything on the bike to help that?
Yeah, small changes. Not something really big. The bike is pretty much the same as the last season. But yeah, I think we improved a little bit on the clutch system, as well on the rear suspension. We made some modifications, and right now the bike is feeling even better than last season. So mixing a better feeling on the bike with a better feeling in my body and myself, I think this season could be really good.
And obviously it's not connected to X-Trail, but obviously for the outdoor season there's been a real change to allow stopping again.
Yeah.
Do you feel this will help your riding style, or?
I think so. I think riding non-stop riding stop is much better for me. The way we train normally is stop, so also doing the X-Trail helps a lot. Even all the riders that are fighting against me on the outdoors are doing as well the X-Trail. But yeah, for my kind of riding, I think moving the rules from non-stop to stop, I think it's gonna be good, not just for me, for everyone. But yeah, I think I'm feeling much better riding stop for my kind of style. Yeah, it's gonna help, that's for sure.
Okay, can I ask one last question? In the UK, we always have an issue pronouncing your surname.
Yeah.
Is it Marcelli, Marcelli, Marcelli? What's the correct way to pronounce it?
Well, the pronounced way, the good way to say it would be Marcelli, because it's from Italy. Yeah, exactly. So the good way to say it is Marcelli. But here in Spain, people normally say Marcelli. So, well, anyway, all the ways are correct. So, yeah,
Just
if I can know you are telling me, you are calling for me, that's great.
Excellent. Gabby, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. See you.
We've got Adam Raga, 6-time winner here in Barcelona. Last time we spoke to Adam before this trial, he won it, so fingers crossed. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. I just want to ask you a couple of questions. Obviously, changing machine over the winter time, new Sherco. How have you found adapting to the bike? Has it been an easy thing to do, or after so many years on the TRS?
Yes, it's not easy, no. But after when you get your new machine, you try to make as much hours as possible. Try to put the positions with the bike what you like, and step by step you get used to it. And no, quite fast I was used to it. I really like it. And there are many good things on the bike, so it makes me have fun to ride it.
Good. Yeah, well, your result in Sheffield was obviously a very good start. One thing that came out of Sheffield was a lot of speculation as to why you're not running the fuel injection. Is that just to help you get used to the bike, or what's the reason for that?
The reason is because when we start to talk about and I start to look at the bike, we thought that the best way to start was with the carburetor and then get the maximum performance of this engine in the way that I understand. And after this, start to work and see if we can be even better with the injection and decide what is better at the end. But for the moment, we are just following the plan, and the plan is to ride with the carburetor and then see if we can get the maximum potential of this bike and then compare it.
And for this season, then coming into it, obviously a bit unknown with the new bike. What's your sort of goal for this year? What would you like to achieve?
My goal or dream is will be like to stay in the podium. Be in the podium will be fantastic. I know it's a big challenge because it's not easy with all the riders are very strong at the moment, and this is a quite new bike, a very new bike for me. But I think if we can get it competitive, bike and rider, we can be in the podium. So that's the goal, the objective. But also it's to have fun, to have a great image and good performance of the bike, and that the public like that bike. that is also one of the goals, the important goals. And we are working to find all these goals.
Just one last question. Obviously, you've recently become a father. Congratulations twice. Has that changed your approach to trials and life in general?
Well, it's sure it's something that happened in life. No, there is a moment for everything. I'm very happy to become a father, and I think for me it's not a lot of work, so I can still train and do my stuff because I have other help that help me with the kids. But of course, I spend a lot of time with them, but it's an extra motivation. At the end, it's a thing in life that happens because you want.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Keep in touch. Thank you.
UK #1 hope, Toby Martin. Obviously, Toby, fairly serious injury last year. How's that coming along? How are you feeling?
Yeah, I mean, it's not holding me back until now. You know, I had 6-7 weeks off and then got back into competition. Then we had the extra trials at the end of the season, and yeah, I've just been back into it now. I'm fully fit, so yeah.
You've obviously, prior to that sort of X-Trial end of the season last year, you got these new engines from Toni, or from Honda, I suppose more properly. You keep beating him. Is he going to take them back?
I don't know, they get a little bit salty, but no, the guys in the factory have been awesome with me. You know, like, the support they're giving me, and you know, it's making me feel like an official rider. I'm not an official rider, but I'm riding for Honda, and yeah, to go in with a result, to beat the king as well, you know, that's something special.
I suppose just talking about beating him, how annoying is it to beat him and finish second?
Yeah, I know, it was. I unfortunately had a tyre off the rim, which I was gutted about with the final. But I don't know, it's weird, it was sort of like job done after that, which I shouldn't have looked at it like that, but yeah, no, it's still, to finish second, I was still well chuffed.
Yeah, and just moving on from that, I suppose, obviously that's a mega start. Obviously you had the podium in Madrid last year. Great start this year. Yeah. What's the goal?
Yeah, like, I mean, I've been working hard, you know, this year, a real big push, trying to get results, trying to get the factory ride, and just trying to be up there with the big boys. You know, I'm trying to believe in myself that I can do it. I know a lot of people have said, and they're supporting me, and you know, it's still in the back of my head that I'm not quite there, but you know, I'm just trying to build on that and trying to be up there with the boys.
I suppose if you need any proof at all, look at your recent results. You know, you absolutely deserve to be there.
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, just keep going. Now, I know it's a little bit out of context, but obviously it's a major route change for the outdoor this season.
Yeah.
How do you feel? Does that suit you more, or does that? I think personally that's going to suit you more.
Yeah, no, I just think it's going to be better for trials. You know, I think we're all going to ride really good. It's the same as normal. We all practice stop and loud no matter what. That doesn't change. But it will just make trials so much better. Yeah, I think it will suit me. It will slow me down a little bit in certain areas. But you know, the Spanish guys, they practice it all the time. They're going to be super strong. But it's just going to be a better sport to watch, which I think it really needed it. Like the non-stop, it just wasn't the right rule for trials. Trials has moved on. You know, years ago they made it, and now it's just so different. Yeah, no, I think it'll be good this year.
Well, good luck. 2024 Barcelona indoor winner.
Thank you very much.
Aniol Gelabert recently signed to the TRS factory. Aniol, how are you settling into the bike? How's it all going?
I'm super happy. We are working a lot on the bike to get used to it, but I feel that I'm super ready for the race. It's what I said to you before, it's super good to have all the team behind you, pushing, and I'm super motivated to get a good result.
Okay. And with regard to the bike, have you started with your own settings? Did you start with the settings maybe that Adam had on the bike, or?
I think it's better to try to make your own way. So I'm starting by zero, making my settings, and I think it's better because you can make the bike better for yourself.
And what's your goal for this season?
Yeah, last season I was super close to the podiums in so many races, so I would like to be more consistent on both rounds and try to make some podiums.
And there's one event which I'm very keen on, Scottish 6-day trial. Do you ever see yourself maybe trying that?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's a race that all the riders need to do some years, so it will be super good to be racing that 1 year.
Good. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Hace falta bajar al módulo azul de Elf que está en el suelo, lo que ha hecho obviamente Toby Martin. Avançant 6 punts, Toby Martin, per aquest moviment de britànic, nota Montesa, 3 Montesa, avui a Pau Sant Jordi, i Toby Martin. També ganó Toby Martin. Llàstima, 5 punts per el Gelabert, a l'elit. Ara mateix tindria la suma de punts a la Raga 16 punts, 18 per Martyn, 18 per Vinca, se la juga amb Raga. Té un marge ara mateix de 2 punts per quedar-se al sotespot al lloc, a l'espai que ocupen els 3 finalistes en aquest moment. Perfecte, 15 segundos! Otra de Gabriel Marcelli! 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5... Quiere optar a mejorar el tercer puesto en Barcelona, que es hasta el momento su mejor resultado. Quiere el segundo, quiere evidentemente ganar en esta primera del Mundial Exterior. 2024, 2 carteles, 2. Porta al campeón del mundo. Lo coloca en segundo, al desempate. Con 3 da la segunda plaza a Gabriel Marcelli. Sin lugar a dudas se merece la segunda plaza Jaime Busto. Se merece su primer segundo puesto en el Palau Sant Jordi. Qué grandísimo trial ha hecho en las gas. 13 segundos. 10 segundos. 10 seconds. Ahí deja un pie. Y sale un punto. Segundo. No sería la primera vez que Toni sube la zona de Montesa Honda a una rueda. No sería la primera vez. Lo poquito que falta para poner definitivamente patas arriba para San Jordi. Ahí está.
Barcelona indoor trial. This is the morning after the night before, really. I probably should have done this last night, but we ended up at the stadium yesterday for probably 12 hours and didn't have an awful lot of food during the day, so note to self, if I ever do this again, bring some snacks. Incredible night. It was pretty much sold out arena. Great atmosphere as always in Barcelona. Just going to do a quick roundup of sort of basically what went on. So start at the top, Toni. What do you say about that guy? Single mark in round 1, single mark in round 2, finished the final on 11, almost half of Jaime Busto's marks. He's getting closer to 40 and he seems to be getting better, and ominously for everybody else, he signed another deal with Honda Montesa for another 4 years. So yeah, you better get your big boy pants on, guys, because you're going to have to deal with this guy for another while. Second place, Jaime Busto. Again, what do you say? Steady in round 1, steady in round 2, nearly double Toni's marks in the final. He looks relaxed. I was talking to him beforehand, he was very relaxed. Is he a bit too relaxed? Possibly. The sections, the riders can walk the sections up to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and in the last sort of hour and a half, Jaime was nowhere to be seen, but Toni was there right to the bitter end, looking at every detail in every section. So maybe that speaks for itself. Gabriel Marcelli, it's the correct pronunciation. Round 1, 4 marks, round 2, 7 marks. Again, a little bit slack in the second round, finished the final on 22. I suppose that's a solid performance for him, but I think he'll be disappointed. But I suppose when you're disappointed with a podium, that's maybe not a bad thing. I think he sees himself as Toni's main challenger now. I think he mentally sees himself above Jaime, so it'll be interesting to see how that pans out as the season progresses. Surprise of the night, and a pleasant surprise at that, 4th place, Matteo Grattarola. Again, just very, very steady, went about his business. There was nothing spectacular, particularly from what he was doing, but he ground out a 4th place in the end, which, you know, on his form, based on his form against this time last year, that's incredible for him. I'm sure he's going home a very happy boy. 5th place, Adam Raga. Again, steady. Had an unlucky 5 actually at the start of the 2nd round, which probably cost him a place in the final. But again, still getting used to that new bike. It's very different from the TRS he's been used to. So I suppose, all in all, he'd probably not be too bad with that. 6th place, Toby Martin. Such a shame he 5'd the last section in the 1st round. That cost him a place. Ultimately, I think where he deserves to be in the top 5. I think he's a regular top 5 rider, and I think even going into the outdoor season this year, I think that's where he needs to be. Looking at. Very, very unlucky. Like I said, he 5'd the Honda section. Ironically, in the 1st round, the bike just snuffed out at the wrong moment, and he couldn't get it started again. So positives. He put in the 4th best score in the 2nd round, so, you know, lots of positives to take away. 7th, Benoit Bincaz, again steady. He had 2 in the 1st round, 2 in the 2nd round, or sorry, 9 in the 1st round, 9 in the 2nd round. Again, 2 sort of really steady scores, but I think he's operating at his limit there. Really nice guy. Would love to see him doing a bit better, but I don't think he's going to go much further than that, but you know, you never know. And I suppose disappointingly, really, for the night was Aniol Gelabert. Not a great 1st round and a particularly bad 2nd round, so it just wasn't his night. Anything that he tried just didn't really work. You know, as trials riders, we've all been there. We've all had days like that where it doesn't matter what you do, you're just going to 5 the section. That's it. That's disappointing for him. Obviously, Barcelona being a home indoor for TRS, his new manufacturer. But all in all, terrific show. The sections, I think, they were sort of getting back to sort of Barcelona's. It's always been sort of infamous for big steps and just really big sections. So great night. I have to say I really enjoyed it. I didn't think I was going to be able to get the whole sort of press thing, but anyway, we got in there and we've asked a few questions. So also going to do another episode in the next few days as well. So keep an eye out for that. As always, thank you for all the support on the channel. Thanks to everybody who subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, then click that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell as well if you want. And see you soon.